Hello, everybody. Good day. Welcome to another week of wonderful Word of God. Today, I want to give us what I call the principles of a successful relationship. You see, many people have problems with their relationships. Many people struggle to maintain relationships with their friends. Many people struggle to maintain relationships even in their homes. Husbands struggle to maintain relationship with their wives, and wives struggle to maintain good relationship in their marriages. And friends and schoolmates, and and that's what I want to address this way. The first thing you must know about relationships is, if you really want to have good relationship with people, you want to build relationship with people, you must start with communication. You must begin to communicate with people. You must always communicate. You must let people know who you are, where you are, what you are doing, and ask people questions and find out what they are doing, find out how they are doing, and let them report to you, let them tell you about themselves. When we communicate, when we maintain relationships through emails, when we maintain relationships through social contacts or social relationships, social organizations, when we're just in touch with friends, when we're in touch with family members, when we pick up conversations, when we talk with people that are that we want to build a relationship with, that is the basic requirement for any relationship. You must communicate. You must talk. So if you are a married man or wife, you must make sure that you find time to give to your partner, just sit down and listen to them. And the listening is one of the main things you could do in communication. Listen to people, let them speak their minds, and you speak your mind to them as well. Communication is one of the best things that could happen in a relationship. So that's principle number one. If you want to build a successful relationship, communicate. Tomorrow we'll continue. God bless. Hello, everybody. Good day. Welcome to this week when we are talking about the principles of successful relationship. For you to be able to have successful relationship with people, we spoke yesterday about communication, the ability to talk to people and to maintain contact, be in contact, stay in contact. Let them know you are interested in them. Let them know you are not just indifferent about them. But today we want to talk about the power of agreement. Agreement is the power of life in a relationship. Agreement brings life to a relationship. When you can work together in unity, when you can agree on things, then there is life in that relationship. When you stop agreeing about issues, when there are nothing to agree about, relationships die. And one of the reasons why people cannot maintain relationships is because they are not looking for agreeable points, for agreeable moments, for general principles or general points that bring them together. Where are the questions? Where are the subjects that unite us? Where are the subjects that we agree upon which we agree? What are the things that bring us together that we agree on? What are the truth that we agree on? So if we find those points of agreement, there is power of life. The life comes to that relationship because we agree on things. When we agree, the things that we agree on bring life into our relationships. But when we stop finding points of agreement, when we stop finding places where we could agree together, what happens to that relationship? Death comes. Instead of life, we have death. Death comes to any relationship where there are no agreements or where there are no points of unity, where there are no points of agreement. If for example, if you are going out with a partner or a business partner or marriage partner, and there is nothing that you agree on, there is nothing that brings you together, there is nothing in common. So if there is nothing in common, there is no reason for you to hang up together. You would not even have the strength, you would not have the power to continue the relationship, because agreement is what brings life into a relationship. Remember that agreement, what we agree on, the things that we have together, the things that we have in common, they are the things that bring life into a relationship. So you want to switch on life in your relationship with other people, find places where you agree. Find the points upon which you could agree on. Find a common ground. As soon as you find common ground, life begins to spring forth in that relationship. The more common grounds you have in any relationship, the more life comes. That common ground, that agreement is what brings life to power. It swooshes on the power of life. So you want to have a good relationship with people, maintain good communication with them, stay in touch, stay in contact. Number two, make sure you always look for points of agreement, or always look for common grounds where you could agree. And that is what will strengthen your relationship and bring life into it. Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow. God bless. Hello, everybody. Good day. Welcome to another day. Today, I want to talk about, we're of course continuing about relationship, principles of successful relationship this week. And today, the point I want to make is that exchange is what keeps the process of life going. Exchange keeps on life. It maintains. It keeps on the process of life. It's the process of life in a relationship. Exchange. What does that mean? You cannot have a relationship where you just talk and you don't, you cannot have a relationship where you just, where you have agreement or you have communication without exchange. Exchange is the process of life. Is the oil that keeps the relationship flowing. Is the oil. Exchange of ideas, exchange of wisdom, exchange of knowledge, exchange of pleasantries, exchange of ideas, exchange of gifts, exchange of visits. When you give to others and you receive from others, that is when a relationship will thrive. It is the oil of a relationship. It is the process of life in a relationship. So any relationship that must be successful must have an exchange process. That is to say, you must be committed to always give something into that relationship. And you must also, your partner as well, must be committed to give something back into that relationship. So giving and taking or exchange is what keeps the oil of the relationship flowing. So if there is no communication through giving, if there is no exchange, somebody is being cheated in the relationship. If there is no exchange, somebody is being deprived. And any relationship where there is no exchange, that relationship will falter. That relationship will collapse sooner or later. There is no man or woman that will stay in a relationship where there is only one road communication, where it's not a two-road communication. There must be an exchange. Exchange is the very process of life in a relationship. Exchange is the oil that keeps the relationship growing. Okay, talk to you more about this topic tomorrow. God bless. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day. And today we are continuing to talk and exchange thoughts on principles of successful relationship. What are the principles that you need to know to maintain a good and successful relationship? One of those principles is that you must strive to maintain, you must try to maintain growth in your relationship. You must grow. That you don't just let the relationship be on the same level that it used to be. It was. If there is nothing like stagnancy in a relationship. When you stagnate, that actually means that you are regressing. Whenever you stagnate, you are actually going back. Whenever you stagnate, you are not going forward. You are not moving forward. You are moving backward. So stagnation in a relationship should not be tolerated. And in many marriages that we see, that we know, the reason why those marriages fail is because people don't build on their relationship. People are not growing in the knowledge of, not just of themselves, but not growing in the knowledge of that particular relationship. For example, if you want to maintain a successful marriage, you need to keep on updating yourself on the principles of marriage. You need to grow in that relationship. You need to build that relationship and make sure it grows. Growth is a necessary condition, not just a necessary condition, but it's a major paramount principle for a relationship to survive, or for a relationship to not just survive, but to prosper. So if there is no growth in any relationship, the relationship suffers. When there is no, it's just like you are not eating. When you don't eat, you can't grow. And when you are not growing, you die. The same thing happens in a relationship. When people, for a relationship to grow, you must always bring in some ingredients. You must bring in some values, some contributions. And as the more contribution you bring, the more possibility is there for that relationship to grow. But if you are not contributing to that relationship, if you are not bringing in something constantly to maintain the growth, death process will come in. So for us to avoid death in any relationship, we must strive to maintain growth. Growth is because if you are not growing, you are stagnating, and stagnation means going back because the world is going forward. So it's just like when you are standing at a bus stop and and you see when you are in a car and you are driving and you see people standing by the roadside. I remember when I was small, I used to feel that those people are flying backward, because because the whole world is going forward. The world is going forward day after day. You are not getting younger, you are getting older. So the world itself is growing. So you are going forward. If you are not growing your relationship, the relationship suffers, be it business relationship or marriage relationship. So maintain growth in your relationship, and then it will be successful. God bless. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day of this daily word. And today we are talking about the principles of successful relationship. One of the things that people do often and most frequently in relationships is that they quit too fast. Well, the worst thing that can happen in a relationship is not failure, but quitting is the worst thing that can even happen to you, not just in a relationship, but in life. If you are the type that quits and that gives up, well, you will never really, have too many good things happening to you in life. Quitting is the worst thing that could happen to you, because quitters are losers. Because winners never quit, and quitters never win. So if you quit, normally you will never win in life. You never win in marriage. You will never win in education. You will never win in your achievements. You will never, in whatever professional aspiration you have. People who quit don't win. The same thing in a relationship. You will have bad times sometimes in some relationships, and there will be relationships where you will be provoked. There will be relationships where you'll be irritated. There will be relationships where you will be despised. There will be relationships where people will be unjust to you. There will be relationships where people will be unfair to you. There will be relationships where you feel like just quitting, but you cannot quit every relationship. And it's not going to happen that some relationships are going to happen that you are going to have relationships where you will never be offended. It's never going to happen where you have relationships where you are never going to be despised or people will not behave in a way you don't like. People will always, do something that you don't like in any relationship. But the key to surviving any relationship, and the key to winning in life and in relationship as well, is not to quit. Not to quit. Even if you fail, you can always stand. You can always repent. Even if you fall, you can always stand. But when you quit, you stop trying. Quitting means stop trying. Quitting means not just stop trying, but it's giving up. When you give up, it means you don't have another chance. But when you fail, you still stand up. Yeah, the Bible says that the righteous falls 7 times and it's still righteous. It stands up because it's righteous, because it still stands up. So the question is not maybe you failed before or not in a relationship. The question is, are you picking up yourself? Are you repenting? Are you asking for forgiveness? Are you moving forward? If you do, the whole future will wait for you and you stand to gain. But if you quit, you lose forever. God bless. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day that we are examining principles of successful relationship. If you really want your relationships to be successful, make sure you seek for balance. Most of the time we are only looking for our interest. If a relationship is supposed to be successful, if you really want to maintain a relationship and you want that relationship to be a blessing to you, you must also think of a way that relationship will be a blessing to others. So selfishness kills relationship. You must not be selfish in your relationship. That means you must seek balance. Balance is a necessity for maintaining a successful relationship. Balance means that you are not just thinking about how you will win in this relationship. Balance means you are also thinking of how other people will win. So there is a practice that is called in the corporate world win-win situation or win-win relationship. So any relationship you want to go into, you want to make it a win-win relationship. A win-win relationship is not just when one person wins and has all the gains and all the spoils of a relationship. Win-win relationship is when you care about your gains, and you also care about the gains of others. In a win-win relationship, you want to state your goals and your objective in that relationship. And you also want to point out the goals and objectives of other partners of that relationship. So in any relationship, there must be conditions and the expectations of each side enumerated or listed. If it's not listed, it is possible that somebody will be disappointed at the end of the day. Someone is going to be offended. Someone is going to get hurt. And if you don't want that person to be you, or if you don't want any other person to get hurt whatsoever, make sure that you list and make a list of your expectations and the expectations of others. Then you strike a balance even before you start out in that relationship or before you go far in that relationship. So seeking a balance and commitment to a win-win situation is a blessing to any relationship, and that kind of relationship will prosper and grow at the end of the day. God bless. Talk to you tomorrow. Hello, everybody. Well, today is the final day of when we're talking about the principles of successful relationship. Every relationship, people go into every relationship because they want to gain something. So every relationship must add value to the other partners of that relationship. So if you want to get married, first of all, ask yourself, what is the value that you are bringing to that relationship? What are the values you are adding to that person? What are the values you are adding to the other person? So if you know you don't have any much value to add to the life of the other person, don't waste their life and don't waste their time. Don't waste their time, man. Let him go or let them go. Make sure before you begin to press for a relationship anywhere that you have something you are bringing to the table. So always ask yourself, what am I bringing to the table into this relationship? It's not because it's a business thing or even whatever it is. Don't just be a parasite. Nobody likes when he or she is being used. Nobody likes to be used. So if you don't want to use other people, you don't want to become a parasite, make sure that you first of all, know what you are bringing to a relationship. Bring something to a relationship. Then the other person will appreciate you better. If you don't bring something to the relationship, people will not value you. People will not respect you. If you don't bring anything to the relationship, people will be looking at you as somebody that is coming to use them. And people don't like being used. So a relationship is something where everybody expects that they are going to be blessed by other people or by getting in touch with other people. So in a relationship, there is a need, or there is the need to bring and add value. There is the need to add value. So whenever you think of relationships, whenever you think of having a relationship, think of adding values. So if you are going to a relationship, assess yourself and make sure that you are adding value into that person and into that relationship. If you are not adding values, nobody needs you. Or grow, develop yourself. Make sure you grow some values in yourself. Make sure you strengthen yourself. Make sure you qualify to bring a blessing and to be a blessing into that relationship. God bless you. I hope that the principles you've learned this week will be a great blessing to you.